Well, I just received in the mail my brand new Fire TV stick. This is the 2016 version that came out in October of 2016. We're going to do a little unboxing right now and kind of show you what comes with it, compare it to the old Fire TV stick, and then we'll do some side-by-side testing of the two devices here in a moment and see what the performance improvement is. So right off the bat, it's a nice little packaging. They did a nice job in laying out what you get here. You get two batteries to power it with. A nice little quick manual explaining everything. And then, see here, seems to be a bunch of deals. Yeah, some promotional offers. So let's keep going. Then power cable. I'm guessing that's about a 6-foot micro SD cable there, which will pair up with, yep, right here's the wall plug. If you don't want to plug it off the TV, you can power your new Fire TV stick through your TV still, or you can use your wall plug if you would like to. Let's kind of dive in the remote next. So right here is the new remote. A lot of the speculation early on is that it will be the exact same remote. That's what all the part numbers and everything point to. And right here on the right is my old Fire TV stick remote with voice capabilities. Here's the new one, and yeah, they look exactly the same. Slightly nicer condition, but the backs still have that weird slide forward thing. A little bit easier this time. When the Fire TV came out, there was a lot of issues with that back. Seems like they've corrected it, so no real difference in the remotes. The buttons are all the same, layout, everything. So just passing the eyeball test, I bet those are exactly the same remotes. And then the actual Fire TV stick. Now a few things right off the bat. I can tell you already before I even hold this up to the other Fire TV stick, this thing is noticeably bigger. So right here is the new Fire TV stick. Right here is the old one. Right off the bat, it's not dramatically bigger, but it is bigger. I do have some concerns. I have to play around with this, that plugging this in, depending on how your TV lays out your plugs, you may have a hard time plugging this in if you have another HDMI cable right next to it. So we'll have to check that out. That's something that some of the original Chromecast suffered from a little bit, and some of the others, so it's noticeably bigger. Past that, the power plug on the side is in the same position. Everything else seems to be pretty similar here. The text on the back is facing a different direction. So overall, you can see it's a pretty beefy addition here. I can completely fit the old Fire TV with the HDMI plug into just the body of the new one of the stick there. So that is everything coming with. Now one thing, here we go. One more thing included that can help if you struggle with having other HDMI ports right next to you, is you got this little adapter here. So you can plug it in like this and then plug this into your TV. It's very similar to kind of what the Google Chromecast does now. I don't understand why this isn't just, why can't you build the stick with a little HDMI cable coming out like that to plug into? That seems like what all these sticks should be. Give you some flexibility in how to connect it in the back. But it's nice that I included it. It just seems like it would be cheaper for them just to build this part right onto the stick. So right now, as far as the hardware, this is everything that comes with it. Again, you got the remote, about a 6-foot micro USB cable to power it, promotional little packet, manual, batteries for the remote, wall plug if you'd rather charge it on your wall instead of your TV, the actual Fire TV stick itself, and the HDMI adapter to give you a little flexibility in the back. So that's everything that comes with it. Now I'm going to do some testing, come back and let you know what I think about it. Well, I've been playing around with the new Fire TV stick for a little while now, and the first thing that I noticed is that this still has the old Fire TV OS user interface on it. So I figured, hey, if it's got the same rough OS as the older Fire TV stick, let's put them head to head. Because there's really no difference on the operation of the Fire TV stick versus the old one, at least when it comes to the menus and user setup. So we're going to quickly do some head-to-head comparison here. On your left is the Fire TV stick original one that came with a voice remote. On the right is the new Fire TV stick, the fatter, bigger one. So let's test it out. First of all, I want to do a quick reboot on here. You know, a lot of people power these devices through their USB port on their TV. So every time they start their TV, you have to go in and reboot it every time, and that can become a little annoying if it takes a while. So let's jump in here real quick, hit restart inside the menu to remove any possibility that the TV is what's delaying the reboot, and see how fast, if any, the new Fire TV stick is. Let's hit reboot. And while it does the rebooting, this can take a moment. I wanted to quickly go over a few of my pet peeves with the new one. One of them I talked about earlier is really, I wish they had copied the Google Chromecast option and put in the attached HDMI cable instead of having a dongle. It really doesn't fit on most TVs. I've tested on several, and with several TVs, I don't know why this, my TV, LG TV on the right always wants to bring up that menu when it boots the Fire TV. But you can't put this new Fire TV plug next to allow them. It just blocks it, so I find myself using the adapter. It seems like that should have just been what comes included with it, is that adapter attached to the Fire TV stick, just to make it easier, because you can't use this device with any other HDMI cable next to it. So that's my pet peeve. I also kind of annoyed that the Roku came with stick comes with a Velcro strap for the power cable, which is nice. If you got you power it through the TV, you got this 6-foot cable dangling behind your TV, and that allows you to wind it up and neatly hide it. You know, it seems like a minor, but it'd be cool if they included that. So, but here we go. Both of them have booted. As you can see, the original Fire TV stick is noticeably slower, even though it's the one with the voice remote. Noticeable difference inside of loading. But what about actually going in here and testing a video? Let's go into Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. We're going to launch the same one. Oh, you can see noticeable faster there. I didn't exactly hit them at the same moment, but you can see huge similar or speed advantage on the new Fire TV stick. Let's back out real quick and try this again if I can. There we go. I'm getting some delay in the remote. When you're used to the new one being so responsive, you can sometimes double click things when there's a problem. So let's try this again. There we go. Same moment. Notice that the new Fire TV stick far faster than the old one. So overall, my experience has been pretty consistent with this, but let's try a third-party app. Let's go into the CW, launch this, and see how it does. Oh, I haven't downloaded the old one. Well, that's a bad test. But I can launch into, let's do another video real quick in my library to give you another example. The examples are pretty consistent with each other. Let's do the American Revolution. Let's quickly hit play. And you see, once again, much faster start time on the new Fire TV stick. I could do this for a while, different things, but in short, it is noticeably faster. So the question now is, should I upgrade or should I not? And that really depends on what you want to do with it. I would say it's worth it to upgrade for 99% of the people, especially if you have more demanding uses of this. If this is going to be your main streaming device, I would definitely upgrade. There is a noticeable improvement on it over the older version. You know, if this is just a TV in your basement that you sometimes use and, you know, it's not a heavily used device, you know, yeah, you're going to save a second here, 2 seconds there, maybe 5 or 6 seconds, 10 seconds on the boot time. You know, if it's not your primary device, I probably wouldn't be upgrading. But that's just my personal opinion. That's just been my experience. There's one other thing I want to test real quick here. Let's turn on the volume and give Alexa a little quick rundown. Load King of the Hill.
Here's King of the Hill.
Alright, unable to connect, so let's try that again. When is the Michigan football game?
The Michigan Wolverines football.
So, slight difference there. Let's try this. What's the weather Saturday in Ann Arbor, Michigan?
Here's the forecast for Saturday, October 22nd.
What's the weather in Dallas, Texas right now?
Right now in Dallas, Texas, it's 77 degrees with partly sunny.
Alexa, do you like Siri?
Siri's a great app, but I'm different.
So you can see not much difference here between the two voice performance. Like I said, there's not a huge reason to upgrade here, but there is enough of a reason that if this is your primary streaming device, for a list price of $39.99, it's probably worth the upgrading. If this is not your primary device, I probably wouldn't be upgrading. So that's my personal opinion. I hope this helped you. If you got questions or comments, leave them down in the comments on YouTube or on our page, Cord Cutters News. Let us know. I'll do my best to answer the ones I can. And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. It really is a huge help. Thanks for your support of the site.